Are you ready to talk about the top 5 AI tools for prospect research that aren't ChatGPT? If you're still using ChatGPT for prospect research, you're missing 90% of the picture. Look, ChatGPT is great for writing a thank you note, but it's not a search engine, and it's definitely not a private investigator. The real wealth intelligence is happening in niche AI tools that can predict a donor's giving capacity and their affinity for your cause in seconds, legally and ethically. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the top 5 AI tools that are changing the game for nonprofit prospect research. Ready? Okay, let's go. Tool number 1, it's all about affinity mapping. We don't care just about how much money someone has, we care about what they do with it. Modern AI tools now sync with your donor database to scan your lost donors and flag anyone who started giving to causes similar to yours. It's like having a 24/7 radar that tells you when a cold donor has suddenly become warm for your specific mission. Affinity mapping is about using the data you already have to see who actually cares. Perplexity is a free way that can tell you what donors care about. Although I don't suggest looking at other nonprofits' annual reports and contacting all the people on their donor list, there is a way to discover philanthropic people and what they give to. Here's the prompt: analyze the last 3 years of annual reports or donor walls for two entities that would give to your organization, like a hospital name and a local university. List the individuals who've given to both and categorize them by their professional industry. The result? You've just created an affinity map of donors who already have a habit of giving to your peers without paying for an expensive database. Stop looking for net worth and start looking for 3 points of contact. The affinity formula. Number 1, direct contact. They've given to you before. Number 2, peer contact. They give to a nonprofit similar to yours. You can find these in Google or Perplexity. And number 3, social contact. They're a first or second degree connection on LinkedIn. I have another video to talk more about how to do that on LinkedIn. Tool number 2 focuses on liquid events. You can now use AI agents to track local business news if a local CEO sells their company or a tech firm in your city goes public. This tool alerts you immediately. Why? Because that is when wealth becomes liquidity. The best time to ask for a major gift is 30 days after a donor has had a major life win. This tool makes sure you never miss that window. If you have a high volume of donors or prospective donors that you need to keep track of, you'll want to look at some paid tools. There's things like Clay or Aller. If you're a small nonprofit and you're focusing on 10 to 20 key local prospects, Google Alerts is usually all that you need. How you can do it? Don't just set an alert for the donor's name, set alerts for keywords like putting quotes or donor name plus award or donor name plus sold or company name plus acquisition or company name plus new CEO. The benefit, it's free, it's immediate, and it lands in your inbox. So how often should you set the Google alerts? Once a day or once a week? Don't choose as it happens because you'll get so many emails. The sources, set that to news or web. And how many? Choose only the best results. Google's AI is actually quite good at filtering out the spam if you tell it to. Another way you can do it is through Perplexity's free version. The prompt you would put in is search the news from the last 7 days for a local company list. Tell me if any of them had a merger, a new executive hire, or won a community award. Why? It acts like a Google alert, but it summarizes the results for you, saving you from clicking 20 different links. The reason executive directors at larger organizations or those with very little time pay for Clay or Aller isn't for the data, it's for the filtering and automation. But I would suggest starting with Google Alerts or Perplexity to prove the concept. However, when you find yourself spending 3 hours a week sifting through alerts and updating your spreadsheet, you've reached the point where your time is more expensive than a subscription. That's when you switch to an AI agent. Tool number 3, The relationship extractor is for network mapping. It uses AI to crawl public boards of directors, SEC filings, and even gala committee lists to show you the shortest path between your board and volunteers and a prospect. It doesn't just say Susan knows Bob. It tells you how they know each other, whether they sat at the same on the same nonprofit board or went to the same university. It turns cold outreach into a warm intro every time. Small nonprofits can absolutely replicate high end relationship mapping and wealth intelligence without the five-figure price tags of enterprise software. Here are the best free alternatives to altruistic and niche LMs for mapping donor networks. First off, Perplexity AI. This is the best tool for structured research because it cites its sources. The prompt: provide a list of the board of directors for, let's say, food security. Cross-reference these names with any recent news about business sales or major philanthropic awards in my city for the last 12 months. LinkedIn's free version will give you second degree connection filter. It's the most accurate relationship mapper. More on that in another video on LinkedIn. You can view a target prospect's profile and then scroll down to mutual connections. This tells you exactly which of your current supporters can give you a warm introduction. If you can't afford a wealth screening tool like Donor Search or iWave, use this three-step manual AI process. 1. SEC.gov and FEC.gov use these government sites to see if your prospect owns significant stock or gives to local political causes, which is high indicators of capacity. 2. Use Candid or GuideStar. Use the free search to look up the 990 filings of local family foundations. You'll see the names of the trustees. These are your major donor targets. Number 3, we've already talked about Google Alerts. You could set up an alert for donor name plus award or donor name plus gift. The tools that I'm showing you today are free or low cost and take more time. Whether you use the high price tools or the less expensive ones, both get you to the same donor meeting. One just requires a little more elbow grease than the other. Tool number 4 is a structured research agent. Instead of you spending 3 hours Googling a prospect, these tools spend 30 seconds scanning property records, Foundation 990s, and news archives to build a one-page briefing document. It gives you their giving history, their business background, and even their conversation starters. So you can go into a meeting feeling like an expert. Use Perplexity or Google's Gemini. Finally, tool number 5. It solves one of the biggest mysteries: donor advised funds. Millions of dollars are sitting in donor advised funds, often anonymously. New AI driven platforms are now analyzing historical giving patterns to identify which of your donors are likely using DAFs. This allows you to tailor your ask specifically to tax advantage giving, which is exactly what high capacity donors are looking for right now. The landscape for DAF identification has shifted toward predictive AI because DAF donors are often anonymous on your gift reports. AI looks for digital footprints and giving behaviors that correlate with DAF ownership. The free method is Google's Gemini. It's best for small nonprofits with no budget for specialized software. To do this, export an anonymized version of your donor data using ID numbers instead of names for privacy and upload it to Gemini. The prompt that you're going to put in is: analyze this giving history, identify donors who give consistently more than 3 years with amounts over $1,000 but whose gift dates are irregular. Score them on a scale of 1 to 10 for DAF potential based on their consistency and their gift size. Some DAF donors actually have forgotten they have money in their funds. It's estimated billions are sitting in idle. Use these AI tools to find them, and then your hook should be: I'd love to show you how your DAF can make a specific impact on our project this year. A quick warning: AI is a superpower, but it's not a replacement for a handshake. Use these tools to get in the door, but use your heart to close the gift. Now, I know what you're thinking. This tech is incredible, but I barely have time to check my inbox, let alone master 5 new AI platforms. I get it. Most executive directors feel like they're being asked to be a fundraiser, a CEO, and now a data scientist all at once. That is exactly why I do what I do. If you love the potential of these tools, but you need a roadmap to actually integrate them into your team's workflow without the overwhelm, I'd love to help. Through my nonprofit coaching and consulting, I work one on one with leaders just like you to bridge the gap between cool technology and consistent major gifts. Whether you need a high level strategy for your board or a hands on implementation plan for your development team, let's stop the guesswork. Click the link in the description to book a free 15-minute strategy audit. We'll look at your current systems and see exactly which of these tools will move the needle for your specific mission. Don't let the tech pass you by. Let's build your future ready nonprofit together. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, before I go, remember to subscribe because next I'm showing you how to use LinkedIn to actually reach these prospects once you've identified them.